Good morning for the second time, ladies. This is a perfect example of if at first you don't succeed, try again. The beauty and the pain in the neckness of the tech world. So I am here. This is Dr. Carol Lourie, and I am here with my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Louise Swartswalter, who is also a naturopathic doctor, but she has taken her area of expertise into a whole nother realm and does a very special system of healing called brain soul hacks. It's not just the brain, it's also your soul. I've done some private sessions with Dr. Louise, and I have to say, you can really feel them on a very subtle but deep level. So welcome, Dr. Louise, for the second time. Thank you for being here, and take it away.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's just a joy to be with you, Carol. So I figured out a system.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I figured out a system because, my own path of healing took me, just like many of us, we end up in the world of natural health for some reason or another, and I crashed and I lost my brain power and I had to get it back. And I was super sick. I was on oxygen for about 3 years. I ended up 89 pounds. It was a mess.
Oh my goodness.
It was after my second was born, I literally crashed. And a dentist took out all my mercury fillings in one day. So I had a lot of heavy metals.
In one day? That was intense.
Yeah, it was very intense. So that's how I ended up on this whole journey of really working with the brain and becoming a brain expert, because I had to get my own brain working again. So that was that was the quest. Yes. And so that's what I do now is I work with people who are, needing some brain help, but also realizing that it's not just about the brain, but it's the brain, the heart, and the gut, and that we're whole people. And that when we use a transformational process I call the brain system, which is body, mind, spirit, and energy field, we can really shift those patterns more quickly. So whether it's a health issue, whether it's relationship issue, whether you want to make more money in your business, it's about releasing the blocks that got stuck in the spaces of the brain.
So how do we do that? Because that sounds great. I'll take everyone. Just add me to everyone.
I love doing this work. We learned some brain hacks to help us. So that's how we do it. Certainly journaling can be something you can all do right now. That will definitely help you look at those patterns in your life where you feel stuck. Maybe you're always self-sabotaging yourself. You're afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's a self-esteem issue, meaning you never feel worthy enough to have the things that you can in your life. And so those patterns, they started when you were a child, and we have to clear that trauma, whether it's like a big trauma or a little trauma. They call it big T, little t, traumas. And when we clear them, when they got stuck in the spaces of the brain, then it opens up your brain for more creativity and for you to be what I call 100% you. And when you're you, that's when you really can succeed on a bigger level. And again, both in life or business.
So talk about what happens in the brain when we're little and somebody says negative things to us. And then how does it go from that initial trauma to what happens as an adult? And you have brain fog, you're not able to manifest, you're not able to follow through. How does that follow us?
That's a really good question. So oftentimes, between the ages of 0, maybe even in the womb, okay, and 10.
Yeah, in the womb. Just a second. I think that's a very important concept because I have a woman I'm working with who's, when she was initially pregnant with this person, the woman's, the mother's husband died.
Okay.
And so she was the last of, I think she was child number 6. Okay. So even from the womb time, she had trauma because her mother experienced a very deep sadness and trauma.
Yes.
So when you say something can happen in the womb, I don't think that's airy-fairy. I think it's a real thing.
Yes, it's a very real thing. And so what happens is your mother's emotions when you're in the womb, you take those on,
Yeah.
as that baby in the womb. And so that sadness and that grief then could follow you in your life until we clear it. So maybe you have grief when you're born and you're just a sad, it's not like you're going to necessarily be a sad little baby, but what can happen then, there'll be a sadness that comes in at age 6 and another sadness that comes in at 10 and another one at 25 and another one at 60. It's like a pattern that's been set up,
Yeah.
and so we can clear that pattern so it doesn't have to continue.
When I do this deep work with helping women establish new patterns of health after they've been diagnosed with breast cancer,
Yes.
I think patterns that people have are very critical.
Mm-hmm.
And I think patterns are set up and given to us very subtly by the messaging we receive through advertising on television, which is just the worst. It's never about health. It's never about self-esteem. And people get into unconscious patterns which do not contribute to their success in life with health or love or relationships or business. So when you're talking about brain hacks and creating new patterns, I think that is very critical. And it's not that easy to break old habits. How is the work that you do helpful for women in that area?
Yeah, that's such a good question. It's helpful because one, we have to break that pattern, and then I give them tools, so you end up having, I call them brain soul hacks, tools to release stress, but also to begin to release those patterns so that you can be what I call 100% you. And you're helping people, move through breast cancer and come up on the other side of it. It's like they're rebirthing a new life.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't think it's anything less than that. And I
Yeah.
think the work that you do is absolutely like that, because I've had some sessions with you and I feel like when you say brain, soul, heart, it's incorporates all of those.
Yeah, because see, we're whole people. And so we have a physical body, we have a mental body, emotional body, a spiritual body, and you have an energy field. And what I found in my own path of healing is when I just did one of those and I just ate my organic food, right? And took my supplements and exercised and got good sleep, that helped. That's the body piece. That's important, right? So we talk about that. But the releasing, so it's the brain system, and it basically spells B.R.A.I.N. Each one of those letters is an acronym again for a piece of my system. So R is releasing.
That's so cool. I just have to say that's so cool that you were able to figure that out. That was a gift from the goddess that you were able to figure that out.
Yeah, it really truly is, because I didn't know what I was going to call it. I knew what I was doing, or
What
I could
does
feel
the B? The B equals what? Brain?
B is body.
Oh.
Working with the body, eating right, supplements, all the things you're coaching your women on, all those important physical body things, all the lifestyle. And then R is releasing. It's releasing the mental chatter and the emotional baggage that got stuck. So that's where we work with clearing the spaces in the brain of those traumas, whether they were in the womb, whether they were when you were 3. Okay. You could have experienced, maybe you had, some abuse in your background, or maybe you watched your mom really suffer in some way. And when you're 3 and 4, you take on that emotion.
Yeah.
You take that on and then you play it out in your life later. So that's what we do in the releasing part. And then A is aligned with spirit, God, whatever you believe is important in all of healing. And then I is integrating, and it's integrating your brain frequencies to your purpose. So often when we go through something like cancer, we are rebirthing ourselves and we come out on the other end with a new life and a new purpose, and sometimes even a new job, new business.
I hope so. I absolutely. Right? A lot of people, a lot of women decide it's really an opportunity to seize the moment and figure out where their life right now is not working for them, what is not vibrant, what's making them unhappy. And I always encourage women to quit their job. and go back to school or find another job. And when they talk about what they're interested in, you can just see their whole being light up with passion. And that's what you and I do every day. We're
Yes.
fortunate to do that every day. I mean, I show up for work and I don't even think of it as work. It's like, oh, I get to help all these women get their life back and clear all the stagnant energy. It's so exciting. And it's and you feel the same way. So what is N?
And so N is new program. So we have to reboot your brain, your energetic field with how you do want to show up. So it's getting clear on what that new program is. And I use some very high-powered success codes. They're actually numbers that we use in the field.
I know you do. It's very strange.
It looks really weird, you guys,
cool.
but it's very cool, and it does shift the whole being. Like you can take pain away real quickly with this work. So it's the new program piece, and I think it's often missed in health and healing. It's like, okay, we can clear the old stuff, but what about rebooting you now and rewiring your brain for what you want to do, what you want to create, how you want to feel, right? So when we do that and we do all those pieces together, Carol, so it's the body, mind, spirit, right? B.R.A.I.N, all those pieces together, it's literally like a transformation, like people shift from here to here in such a beautiful way. And I love it.
That's great. Do you want to do a short little session, like really short, so women can get a sense about the magic of what you do?
Sure, absolutely.
Ladies, I mentioned when I sent out the announcement, this is out of the box healing, but it is very powerful and very beautiful. So just sit a little bit straighter and get your feet on the ground. We're very fortunate to have Dr. Louise here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, so we'll start with if I could use you as a surrogate,
happy
for your group here. The first thing we would do is set the goals or the intentions, and so everything starts with that. And so I would ask you, Carol, and you can be thinking about yourself or other people.
I'm thinking about all the women in my group. I have
all the women in your group.
50 women. I have many women, but I have a new group starting with over 50 women.
Okay.
So I want to give them this welcome gift.
Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. This is perfect then. So if I asked you the question, what do you think everyone want to have change or be different? Give me like a sentence about that.
Feel empowered. Know they have a path forward to reduce their pain, suffering, anxiety, stress, not feeling well, suffering with tamoxifen or aromatase inhibitor side effects, knowing they have a path forward to get their life back.
Okay, so I feel empowered and I have a path forward to get my life back. Awesome. So if you have this path forward to get your life back now, and you're feeling more empowered, what would you tell yourself then you're not telling yourself now?
I would have the ability to stay on the healing path without going to a party and there being cake and ice cream and drinks or whatever, not being tempted because it's not on my healing path. It's the ability to move forward with like this.
Okay.
And not feel the victim, but feel really like, oh, I'm not going to eat that junk because it's not going to serve my higher health.
Okay. So I can stay on my healing path and choose healthy options.
In all areas. Food, supplements, relationships, all areas.
Okay. That's great. And so if you're able to, feel empowered now and stay on this path and choose, healthy options in all areas, how would that make you feel?
Lighter, like I had more options, like I had choices. I've taken a weight off my body, my mind, my soul, my legs. I've taken a weight off.
Oh, nice. Okay. And if you've taken this weight off and you're feeling lighter, who would you be honoring fully then? Maybe you're not honoring fully now.
I think the first person you honor is yourself, but I think the second person you honor is the feminine.
Oh, beautiful. I honor myself and the feminine. Excellent. And I'm sure, like, for some people, it's the first time because a lot of women are caretakers
100%. Oh, with breast
of
cancer, it's so
everyone
common.
around them.
Everyone gets taken care of first, and then you are on the back burner, and there's not a minute for you even to sit down and eat, which is one of the first things that we need to change.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so then what I do is I take all that. I'm writing this down.
I know.
I take honoring yourself and feeling empowered and staying on that healing path and being able to choose healthy options in all areas. And I put all that in the box. So I draw a box on a piece of paper.
Yes, there it is. Yep.
And then I say, okay, who or what is pulling this group, pulling you and your tribe here away from that? And then I intuit things. So I'm actually muscle testing and I'm using intuition. So
as soon as you said that, a word came up in my mind, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
Okay, a word came up in your mind. Okay.
When you said who or what is pulling you or the group away from the box, which is all about healing and health and recovery, I have an idea, but let's hear what your intuition is.
Okay, so male, female. There's a female in the field. Is it themselves? Is it someone else? Is it mother? There's a mom energy in the field. Mm-hmm. Did you get mom?
Well, that's part of it.
Okay.
I'm the mom energy in the group. I'm like the positive, loving, okay, ladies, let's go, mom. But I think what's pulling them out from that path is their fear. I think, when they go into medical oncology, there's a lot of fear that's instilled.
Okay.
And part of recovery is like, psh, let's get that out of the field.
Yeah, that's really good. So let's do that so the strings can be people, situations, things, emotions, right? And they will be emotions even if it's connected to like your mom. Like let's say it's not them as the mom or you as the mom, but it's their mom or their grandmother. That's one string, but the other string is just literally the fear. Right? The fear. Yeah. Is there other words next to fear that we need to name? Yes. And so I have some words here. So we're just going to find out the other words besides fear.
Those of you who are live, are you enjoying this? Because this is how Dr. Louise works. It's pretty wonderful. What she's going to do with this is really transformative. Go ahead, Louise.
Yeah, I got fear, rigid, and injustice.
I think that's good.
Yeah. So those are some
injustice is a great word. Injustice. I think a lot of women feel that this breast cancer is a big injustice towards them, for them, on them.
And betrayal.
Yeah, their body has betrayed them.
Yep. Betrayal, anxiety, lack of control.
Yeah, all of it.
And then what we do to clear it is we say, was that a liar, thief, or fraud? And I know those are strong words, but they came from John 10:10 in the Bible. And what they do is they clear the soul level, the brain soul level of that trauma of fear. Okay. And so all of that is a thief on you, that fear, that anxiety, that betrayal. And so it's stealing your hope. So we're reclaiming hope. We're reclaiming your energy. Certainly the vision of what you thought would be. And your success. And your confidence that it's going to be okay. And your triumph. So we're reclaiming all that for you. So then I just say a little clearing statement. This makes no sense. It's actually a work called Access Consciousness. So it's a body of work for clearing energy. So I'm just going to say, I destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation of the fear and all the emotions around that. You know, with this diagnosis and everything you're going through with your breast cancer, we release it now, let it go, allow you to be free, to honor yourself, to feel empowered, to stay on your healing path, and to choose healthy options in all areas, good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Awesome. And I usually have people tap their foot. I don't know. It just kind of knocks it out of there. So I just take my hand
I'm tapping my foot.
Just tap your foot.
My foot.
Yeah, just
I like
tap
to
your
also
foot.
clap and disperse the energy, whatever.
Good job.
The bottom of the foot in Chinese medicine is kidney 1, and that's a very critical part because it starts at the middle of your bottom of the foot and goes all the way up, all the way up.
Nice.
So that's a beautiful meridian to activate.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know. That just kind of came up. We had always hit our foot. Let's see. So I think this is might be maybe your mom. In other words, every listening, it's not you as a mom, or it could be, but it's probably your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So let's clear the mom energy. Here, obsessive, worry, unprotected.
I think that's exactly how a lot of older women were. And I think a lot of women nowadays still feel that way.
I think they do too. Yeah, I'm thinking this is both. Maybe you who are listening, the person of you as a mom, if you're a
Right.
mom, but it could also be your mom's energy
Exactly. The
that
moms
you
of older women.
assimilated,
Mm-hmm.
that you took on,
Especially in the 50s and the 60s, it was not so easy to be a woman.
No. And my mom's middle name was probably Worry.
With good reason. My mom worried a lot too.
Yep. And vulnerability. Vulnerability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talk about that. Vulnerability is not an emotion that we ever see advertised on television, ladies. It's always about the other side of vulnerability, which is depression. And the end result is, oh, let's just give her an antidepressant. So it's very important to be aware of that.
I got worthless too.
I think a lot of women were made to feel worthless.
Yeah,
Very
we got
good,
to
Louise.
release that. Yeah. So is this a liar or a thief? This is a thief. What did it do? It destroyed something for you. So it destroyed your freedom, your comfort to have, your flexibility, your peace. So we're getting back your freedom, we're getting back your comfort to have, your flexibility, your peace, your safety, and prosperity, and confidence. So we're going to say good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. We're just going to tap our foot again.
Tap, 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 ladies.
Awesome. Can we get that? Yeah, we
Yep.
sure did. Awesome. Is there another string, another person, place, situation that we need to do to clear today? Yes. Is this a male, female, or a situation? It's a situation. Is it recent or old? It's an old situation. Is it an old situation for your tribe? Yes. Is this old situation in their lifetime? Yes. 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10, 11, something at age 11. So is this age 11 by themselves, or with mom, with someone else, Age 11 with dad. So this is probably a dad energy. When you were around 11 or 12, could be different for everyone here in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what this is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Constricted. So constricted, devastated. So you at age 11 could have taken on your dad's stuff.
You meaning the group. The group.
Yeah, the group here, if you were around age 11 or 12, you could have taken on your dad's energy. Maybe he came home from work devastated about something. And again, you're, this beautiful 11-year-old girl, and you're like, hey, I don't want daddy to feel that way. And so it's all subconscious. You just don't even know it's happening.
Right.
Yeah. Emotional vampire. And off balance. But you see, one of those, the devastated and the constricted energy that's in the field that you may have been holding since your age 11 isn't yours. It was your dad's. And so if we don't clear it from you and your energy field, you'll still hold that energy, and that isn't going to help you heal. So that's why it's coming up here. Okay. And then usually when we do this, this is like a layer, right? We're peeling like the onion skin. This is like the first layer. And there's always more.
Yes.
What else? A through M through Z, M and O. Overwhelmed, opinionated, offended, oppressed. Oppressed. Yes.
So when Louise goes through the alphabet, each letter has a couple of words connected to them, and she reads the words until the one that's right for now pops up. And you can just feel the energy when the other words, they're nice, but oppressed, yes, that's it.
Right. Very good. Very good. Good explanation of that. Absolutely. Yeah. And you know what? Everybody here probably has some, I believe we're all intuitive.
We all are.
And so if you get an intuitive hit about something, I just want to encourage you all to follow it.
Absolutely, 100%.
You know your body well, you know yourself well, you know when you're supposed to, maybe even a doctor, you're working with a doctor and you're like, I'm supposed to call the other one that I talked to.
Yeah.
Make good decisions for yourself by listening to your own intuition. Yeah. So this is all this old energy at age 11, the constricted, the devastated, emotional vampire, off balance, oppressed, frustration. Is that all three? That's all three. It's a liar, thief, and a fraud. So let's name what it's killing, stealing, and destroying. And let's reclaim that for you.
Great. This is a real gift, ladies, because you're watching it either live or later, and what she's saying is relevant for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. So it killed your love. It stole your balance. Your trust.
That could be breast cancer. It could be something else, ladies. It doesn't, you can hear this description and you can make it your own for what it was that stole your love and your balance. You can make it your own.
Yes. And so you might be thinking about a specific situation when you were 11. You know what's so interesting, Carol? It's going to be 6, 11, and 42, I found.
Oh, those are the major years?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it always pops up. It's like a theme. So it stole your trust and your wellness. So we're getting back your trust.
I think getting back trust of self is very important.
It is. And that's that trusting that intuition too. Trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. It also stole your ability to let go. So it's also time to let go and create space. Create space for yourself, create space for your healing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to get help, I'm sure you coach people on this. If you have to get help with something and finally ask for help because you haven't been able to do that, that's important.
100%. 100%. I always spoke about asking for help.
Yeah. So asking for help. So this is about letting go too. Is there another word we need to say on this string? No. Did we clear that? Yes. So again, it's subtle, but you should feel a little bit lighter, whether you're listening right now or you're listening later, and then I'm going to teach you guys and walk through the new program piece and these hacks we're going to learn at our class. So I have a class tonight. It's the master class. It's the 3 brain
It's right there. Right there, ladies.
She's got it right there. Oh, you're so good, Carol.
And it's also in the chat on the sides, so you can copy and paste it.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
Awesome. So what we're going to learn tonight is what I'm doing right now is we're going to learn something, 3 hacks, and I'll do 2 of them right now with you.
You could just do one. Let's just do one.
Okay.
1 hack. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what this is it's integrating these goals.
Great.
Okay. So this is the little longer version, but I will teach part of this tonight so that you can get some of these tools. So Carol, for your tribe, I'm going to have you say these. Say, I feel empowered.
I feel 100% empowered.
And I have the path forward.
And I have the path forward.
To get my life back.
To get my life back.
Awesome. And then I muscle test that. And it should bring up stress because we didn't integrate it yet.
Right.
Then we're going to integrate it. And say, I tell myself I can stay on my healing path.
I just tell myself I can stay on my healing path.
And choose healthy options in all areas.
And choose healthy options really easily in all areas.
Oh, that's beautiful. I feel lighter.
I feel lighter.
I have choices.
I have lots of choices.
Awesome. I've taken a weight off.
I've taken a weight off.
And I honor myself and the feminine.
And I honor myself and the feminine.
Those are so beautiful.
They are.
And then what I want to do is put that in your energy field. So this is the part that looks funny. It's actually, instead of acupuncture points on the body, it's based on spin points. meaning it's in the energy field instead of on the body.
Great.
And so I'm going to circle my hand, and I'm making circles, and I'm pretending here I'm going down Carol's left leg. Okay. But for all of you on all of your left legs,
Right.
these are called positive points. And I'm going to say 2, 3 love, 5, 3 forgiveness, 6, 5 choice, 9, 2 freedom, 4, 2 greater love. And then we're going to come down your front, 4, 2. Carol, I think I'll have you say these. Say, I have positive self-worth.
I have positive self-worth.
2, 2. Say, I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed 100%.
4, 4. I choose to live in joy.
I choose to live in joy 100%.
And 6, 2. I choose to live by the higher laws.
I definitely choose to live by the higher laws.
Excellent. I'm going to do some extra ones. 1, 4, 7 on your back side. Have you look at my X.
I'm looking.
Good. 4, 5, 9, 6. So these codes are balancing the rings around the brain. So they're balancing your energy field. 8, 6 is the hearing ring. 9, 6 is the cranial ring. 6, 8 is the seeing ring. 3 to 9, 26 complete cycles, 5,859 times. 2 to 8, 23 complete cycles, 2,623 times. 3, 7, 5, 3, 7, 7, 4, 6, 9, 4, 6, 7. Releasing trauma, 10, 5, 7, 8, 2, 8, 7, 7, 5. And the shock, 1, 2, 3. Place with peace, 5, 2. 5 to 11, 37 complete cycles, 87,357 times. 2 to 8, 24, 32 times. 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 2, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 2. Woohoo. Hopefully you felt that.
100% I felt that.
Isn't that so fun? I always say, hey, did you feel the wind through Zoom?
I felt the wind in my hair.
Did you feel that wind?
Through Zoom.
Yeah. Let's say those bottom ones. Say, I honor myself in the feminine.
I honor myself and the feminine.
And I feel empowered, and I stay on my healing path.
And I feel empowered and stay on my healing path.
And then we're going to lock that in. And the way we lock it in is we clasp our hands and put them above our head. And if I was with you, I would try to pull them down, and you'd stay strong. Okay. And then we're going to make a circle. So we're going to cone our fingers on our right hand. And we're going to make a circle in front of your heart and say 2, 2.
2, 2.
I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
And then tap your belly button 8 times.
Okay.
And that locks in those goals that we just did. Yeah. I can tell you shifted.
I always get a lot of benefit from your sessions, Louise. So, ladies, you can see, Dr. Louise, when you're in her masterclass, takes these before and after photos of your face.
Yes.
And I've seen, and she posts them, and you can amazingly see the difference. This is transformative work on a deep energetic level, and it's out of the box. But, in my program, I have this bell curve, and I go, nobody wants to be in the middle of that bell curve. Here, out of the box, is where the magic happens, and that's where the healing is. And so please copy and paste the link and register for her class tonight. It's an experience. It's a deeper level of what she was just kind enough to share with you all here during this live. And if you have any questions, Louise, how do women reach you? I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, you can reach me through you can do my email. So it's Louise at louiseswartswalter.com. You can also reach me on Facebook and Instagram. And the website is louiseswartswalter.com. And the actual class link is here for you to sign up for tonight. It's, whenever I do a class, Carol, it's like a big healing. Like I can't do anything without people leaving differently. So besides learning some brain hacks for success, you're going to leave feeling differently.
100%. You do. Yeah. No matter how badly you feel, there is going to be a lightening in your being when you attend one of Dr. Louise's classes. And it's just a real gift that she's sharing with us all. And I'm really excited that she was able to find time in her schedule to be here. And for those of you who are in my community, I sent an email out, I think last week, about Dr. Louise's class and with the link. So if anybody has any questions about that email, you can always reach me at my email, support at thepathofbreastcancer.com. But you can also always reach Louise at the 2 places I commented here. I put in the comments.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
have a great class, Louise. I'm sure
it's going to be awesome. And again, thank you so much, Carol, for inviting me today.
Always.
You know, and you can tell Carol and I, we want you to feel better. We want you to stay on that healing journey and really create the life that you want to create. Yeah.
Which is what it's all about. Nobody can choose this bump in the road of breast cancer. What you then do with the bump of the road is the determining factor of how you move forward. And I say, let's just move right through it.
Absolutely.
Let's move right through it. We're moving right through it, ladies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Louise. And ladies who are here, it's great that you're here. For those of you who are watching this, seize the moment. Register for her class. The only thing that will happen is you will feel better at the end than you did when you started, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's the promise. That's what we're doing. So I'm excited. So thank you so much again, Carol, for inviting me. And again, follow your heart, everyone, but take your brain with you.
That's a beautiful way to end. Ladies, have a lovely afternoon, and we will see you later. There'll be more. Thank you, Louise. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Thank you, Carol.